You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Just said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? That she knew that Taka was dead, I presume.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I'm confused.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be. We are going to die. And that is.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said,
Let
they must
me
really enjoying the
grab
sight
the
of us.
flippin' thing.
We are going to die. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those...
No, that's wrong.
So dumb!
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And so there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
Could have been framed.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? Was a picture of the suspect driving Hifumi away.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Just think she can prove that there's no way Fumi was dragging the suspect away. But is it not really possible? More of these. I hope I won't be dumb this time.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
No,
it's wrong.
I almost said fake, but false. Anyway.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Handband underwear.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate? Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Well then.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying? When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Let me just save.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Unless they were using a fake name.
No. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
So Celeste still won't give up then. Seems like not. Have to do something to make her accept it.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
No, that's wrong.
False!
That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
It also shows their true gender like we saw
So
with
all we have to do is check our
previous
handbook,
murder.
and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's...
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
someone first. A certain was used. Okay. Use something to take the. Use something. If me use something to fake the existence of shadowy criminal. It's on my tree.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Yep.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case.
Just,
And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Well then.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What?
Oops. The blocking this time is the truckler who devised a whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I still can't believe. Well, it's not that hard to believe, but I saw it coming from a mile away. It was kind of obvious. But in a way, I wish she didn't fall right now. She was sort of an interesting character. I understand why the other two died, because, you know, their role in the story were done. Honestly, I kind of wish Hiro was the one to die here instead. But he's probably too dumb to ever kill someone. I'm kind of sad to see her go, along with Alka. But seems like it had to be done. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake afterward. If Fumi's inaptitude was beyond all my calculation.
I knew it.
They really did it. So you really did approach Fumi with his plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have aptly agreed to commit a murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? That make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then?
Then, did you use, you know... I knew you'd figured it out, Ko. You're absolutely right. To get Fumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... it was the one thing Fumi and Taka were both into. Does she mean? She was talking about alter ego,
Say
huh?
what?
What was that? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How
In
sad.
other words,
And you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag it through me into your plan. You come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had a meeting about how I'd disappear, I better move Fumi a little visit. What were you doing here? Was hoping I could talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
I have proof. Would you like to see it? As I turned out, I found her and I used a digital camera. I'd taken, you know, what to Taka's room earlier and took a picture of it there. I'll depict her as soon as I show it to Fumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got closer. You're correct. This is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
as for
What?
me,
Forgive me. He threatened me. He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced. And then it's hard to me to even say he abused me.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's a lie. That's lies. I can't even say that. I have no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime! I mean, I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how he completely bought it. I can't explain how gullible that was. I'm about to say something I never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna flip and kill him!
most
And
unfortunate.
please, if you go now, You would be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
That guy is planning to use her to escape. He has made you his target. Escape? You don't mean... That guy is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And also he can escape her to himself. That
This
bastard!
completely
Bastard! And we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts. Absolutely not. How could I?
I swear I will save her!
Actually,
Then would like to join me. It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I've decided a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this stressful school. If Umid agreed without a second thought. The effect that Haida made on him was remarkable. Sorry, I had to sneeze. A power of love, even love, as twisted as the... can still deprive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange ghost food Ifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yes. It was a real pain in the butt too. I asked him to do... was make something to hide the face of the general body size. And the idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place. So why do you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it.
Let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed even my fair expectation. This must be very tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plans to Fumi, how did you explain that part to him when you did? She asked... What she's asking is, what was Ifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
Simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone shows up, I told him to stay, say he'd been seriously wounded and was verge of death, but barely ever dawn. And he really believed that? Well, of course! That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Ifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what he had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At this point, Ifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I could told him that, and he believed it. All seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched that lie to the level of the opponent. The fact that Ifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life be so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power.
Don't be mean!
No, you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No. He derives his pleasures from the thrill of the hunt. That aspect we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for the money? Oh, think about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But it's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began, my only thought was being to escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Absolutely! That was a lie!
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out every day was fresh torture. Do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here meant nothing less than giving up that dream forever. There is no way that I could have done that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make that metaphorical killing.
As for me,
It was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a urban castle? A castle? And gather handsome men for all in the world to serve as my butler slash bodyguards. Well, that certainly is something. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of dissidents.
This is fine.
Living for the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own willingness, Monogramma's $10 million would have made dreams reality. I got right to the edge,
There
but
is nothing to be done.
fortunately my dream has been scattered to the winds. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dreams till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound as passionate, but you really were able to kill your own friends for it? You're asking me to feel guilty? It is a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel
Do
nothing.
you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's all. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it more terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize we're all going to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just the people. I can even fool my own emotions. The consciousness deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, I'd like to be reincarnated. If I had chosen,
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to be back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
It just be get executed again. I must smile then. And when she did, she looked like me like poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And what a weak, fake smile. What betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well done! Okay, let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace, and must pay the price
And I prepared a very special punishment!
for the ultimate gambler!
Give it everything we've got!
It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
can only hope. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for punishment! certainly is a stage. Burning of the Versailles Witch. What? 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 Oh. Crushed and burnt to death. It's over. It's over for today. I think we've seen plenty enough for now. Now that Celestia Ludenberg is dead, I'll see you all next time. Masky, out. Seriously, what the fuck was with that fire truck?